In the rainy electric jungle that is Brooklyn, the streets pulse with an undercurrent of jazz, echoing the footsteps of those who've made it their world. Brooklyn remembers its own, and if you're a part of this shadowed symphony, every note comes with a cost. Enter Mikey the Hammer, Palermo, a man whose very name strikes fear and nostalgia. He's the embodiment of stories told around clandestine card tables, ghosted in smoke and whiskey-hazed laughter. Mikey's been an ex-enforcer for what feels like ages, but time and life chose not to forget him. Neon buzz, rain falling like time slowed after happy hour. Mikey stands resolute, leaning against a time-worn brick wall. His trench coat acts like armor, his fedora a crown. Beneath, a grin dances on his lips, betraying years of street combats, deals broken and made over poker chips and knuckles. They call him the Hammer for a reason, ex-enforcer, old school as they come. Retirement, that's for people who ain't got enemies. At the social club, Bambi and Nick, fixtures of this nocturnal ballet, watch Mikey enter. "Aw, shit, Mikey's back," Nick mumbles. Bambi, ever the queen of the sardonic, quips, "Great, just what we need. Another psychopath with a code." Mikey's eyes glint like the sharp edge of a vinyl record in motion, poised to slice the silence with its story. Season 2, Brooklyn Bloodlines, new deals, old grudges, blood, loyalty, family, and the Hammer. Mikey, the Hammer, raises his glass. "Salute. Hope you got life insurance," he smirks. This is Brooklyn Bloodline's sharp return, a plunge back into the alleys and echoing laughter of Brooklyn's darkest haunts. Introducing Mikey, the Hammer Palermo. Season 2 is coming soon, and it's ready or not, just as it ever is in this city of dreams and dangers. Bambi's twisted tales. The rescuers, whispers in the walls. The orphan's cry. It started with a bottle. Not a message of hope. Nah, this was a prison sentence floating on water. A little girl, Penny, scribbled her cry for help, sent it off, praying somebody, anybody would hear. But here's the problem. You cry into the void, you don't always get angels. Sometimes you get something crawling out of the cracks. And what answered wasn't God, wasn't man, it was mice. The Rescue Aid Society. Sounds noble, right? A secret society of mice who step in where humans fail. But look closer. Rats and mice always live in our walls, feed off our crumbs, thrive on our garbage. They've been watching humanity since the first barn got built. They know our weaknesses. The Rescue Aid Society? That was less a charity and more a cult. A parliament of rodents whispering in shadows, choosing which cries for help got answered, which got ignored. Power in the paws of vermin, playing savior one day, silent the next. Bernard and Bianca, the heroes. A janitor mouse and a white-furred beauty with eyes too sharp. They looked like underdogs. But they weren't. Bernard was desperate to prove himself, Bianca desperate to escape the silence of the walls. Together, they weren't rescuers, they were debt collectors. The bottle, just another call from the void. And Penny? She wasn't the first, she was just the loudest. Madame Medusa. Now here's the human villain, the swamp hag with snakes for pets. She didn't steal Penny 'cause she needed her. She stole her 'cause children are keys. Their innocence opens doors adults can't. The devil's eye diamond? It wasn't treasure. It was an eye, all right. An artifact pulled out of the socket of something older than the earth. Stuck in a cave, watching, waiting for someone pure enough to touch it. Penny was the sacrifice. Medusa wasn't hunting riches. She was trying to bargain with a god buried in stone. The swamp in the story. Don't picture a cartoon bog. Picture miles of rot, black water bubbling with methane, corpses of gators floating belly up, eyes crawling with bugs. Medusa's pets, Brutus and Nero. Not pets, guardians. Things fed on the bodies of kids who came before Penny. Bernard and Bianca thought they were saving her. Truth? They were walking her deeper into the swamp, delivering her straight to the altar. The ritual in the cave. The devil's eye wasn't just sitting pretty in a skull. It was lodged there, burning red, humming with hunger. When Penny crawled in, the air got heavy. Shadows stuck to her skin like tar. The mice whispered encouragement, but every word pushed her forward, closer to the stone's gaze. When she touched it, it opened, and what looked out wasn't a jewel. It was a lidless eye, ancient and starved, screaming silently for another soul to feast on. The escape that never was. They say Penny got free. Adopted, lived happy. That's the bedtime story. The truth, when she carried the diamond out of that swamp, she carried the eye with her. It don't close once you wake it. At night, her adoptive parents found her standing in the corner, whispering in tongues, eyes reflecting torchlight that wasn't there. Bernard and Bianca. They went back to their rescue aid society, praised as heroes. But in the silence, when nobody was listening, they heard the same whispers Penny did. The eye don't let go. It don't care if you're human or mouse. Once you've seen it, it's seen you. Moral of the story, not every savior's here to save you. Some rescues come with chains heavier than the cage you started in, and sometimes the smallest helpers carry the biggest monsters in their shadows. Be careful who answers when you cry for help. This has been Bambi's Twisted Tales. And remember, this ain't just a channel, it's the pizza-verse. We don't bottle up lies and toss 'em in the river. We pull the cork, spill the truth, and let the monsters swim. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell before you hear scuttling in your walls and realize the rescuers already found you.